Welcome back, everyone. As you know, I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, Peter. Today, after the break, I got all of my lovely and beautiful players all around the world. With us is Yeslie as Cord, our lovely cleric, Scarlett, our tiefling sorcerer, and we have David, who will be introducing his new character, Fuego. Fuego, Wago, Dago, Mago. Fago, Fago, Fago. Um, so when we last left off, we had May-Ighe and Iris coming back from hunting when they noticed tracks in their forest that they had been spending 5 full days on the fifth day. As they reach the cabin and a lovely screen in the middle, right above core screen, will be the battle map. They notice that there are, I think, 10. Yeah, 10. I had to double count. 10 intruders, which two of them are at the door. So we'll go with these lovely two are at the door. While the other 8 are kind of same. They do have 2 horses, each pulling wagons, which looks like to have chests on the back of them, and the horses do have supplies as well. So this would be May-Ighe as you approach. They have yet to enter. They are kind of just looking around at the cabin. This is fifth floor. The cabin is a little bigger than this, but for room's sake, on this map, this is what I can provide. If you get more into the forest, we'll go more into the forest. But for right now, this is kind of cabin. We won't worry about really spacing. Forest. So at this point, what does May-Ighe want to do? Since they haven't yet noticed you guys, or even kind of paying attention, and we'll focus on this cabin. Okay, is there any save I need to make? Okay. So let's go ahead and. Okay. So as they hear that sound, one of the, we'll say the captains in this case, points to about 5 of his men and tell them to go investigate the sound. So we'll have these two. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So we'll have about 4 of them go and investigate the sound. So they're going to be off map. 2 of them This other one's going to kind of move over here to stand watch, and he's going to move the wagon and horse next to the tree. And as these two stand guard next to him. So you're able to get four to go investigate that while the others stay behind. So you have about, what, five? Yeah, five. Oh, it should be six. Oh well. There's nine of them now. One decided to go take a piss break. One took a 103. Just two. But correct. So before you guys officially do something, we're gonna give the bad guys a turn. So go ahead and just tell me what you guys want to do, and then they're gonna react right before you do your action. So let's see, 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 is that the blue guy right here. 25 would be the one, about 30 at the door. Spent 5 days with the guy and can't even remember his name. That's a personal choice. Okay, so before you be able to cast a spell, as they sent the guards or their troops past a cabin to investigate, the two at the door are going to go inside. So they're gonna go inside and then close the door behind them. And then this one's going to move right up at the bottom of the stairs and just kind of like keep watch. So then we're gonna. Toss it back to you guys. May I and Iris. What would you guys? Do you still want to cast your spell? So you're so we interrupt this broadcast to so is that going to affect everyone in the house or everyone outside? Okay. So everyone here is inside the cabin. They're not in any particular spot. They're just inside the building. That's, oh, hot damn. So can you do it in areas you can't see? So I would say, since they're all windows in the cabin, go ahead and roll me a perception check to see exactly where they are in the cabin. Okay, yeah. So you can see exactly where they are in the cabin. They're, still on the first floor. They're kind of like where the couch is. So staying about 10 feet next to each other to make sure, they have that cover. So yeah, you can clearly see them from where you're at and through the window. All right. Okay. It did to one of them. So one of the ones in here does get knocked out. Correct. Um, so yeah, does so as you cast that, May I? Do you want to do anything? Well, he smells like lavender, so I think he's good. All right. So you're ready in action to shoot. Okay. Okay. So then, as your reaction to shoot, I'm assuming if anyone sees you, do you remember what your stealth was? Yeah. Okay. All right. So as you kind of ready in case someone sees you, um, the one of the commanders who were inside the cabin opens up the window and says, "We got there's people around. Check the forest to see if there's anyone near. I'm gonna check the cabin. Kill on sight." And they're gonna they're gonna close the window again, and then these guys are going to do so 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, and I'm going to look around and I'll wait for Iris to come back since Iris did get the lowest stealth. Um, for everyone else, we'll go with Core. Actually, we'll go with Fago, and Scarlett. Both of you guys can roll me a perception check. Julie? Yes, and you got half the group, and then another spell happened, so they're going to cover their bases and just look all around this beginning area. Uh, Getting there, but since we do have people who have went past the cabin, I'm having you guys come from that direction. So, what is your perception? And all we needed was the one, and we'd be perfect. Um, so, you guys, I mean, they're not being quiet at all. So, from you guys' point of view, as you guys are traveling still, trying to look for any cities or town nearby, bless you, Yeslie. You guys do hear noises coming up above and talking. Do you guys want to continue, hide, confront, or do battle with these voices coming over? You haven't seen them yet, but you know they're probably about 60 feet away. What was that? All right. So that's what you guys want to do? You guys want to confront them? All right. So go ahead and roll me a stealth check then. If you want to stealth and see what it is, or you can go straight in balls blazing and just cast spells and I mean, you both can do different things. Like if Ego wants to go in and confront while Scarlet hides, you're more than welcome to do that. So Scarlett, what was your stealth? Scarlett, what was your stealth? Going guns blazing like a true American. So what is Scarlett's stealth? Okay. Uh, okay, so we'll get to you guys in a little bit. So Scarlett's still gonna try to sneak. Don't worry, they're gonna be distracted. So your seven's still good. Um, as Frago is going to just, I'm gonna just walk on up. So we'll get to you guys in a little bit. We'll get to Core right now and just kind of let her know where she's at. Because I'll let Core know the last thing she remembers. So Core, welcome back. It's good to have you here. So the last thing that you remember is obviously doing your prayer and healing Leander. Shortly after that, your character passed out due to exhaustion and overuse of your magic. As you kind of wake up in this cocoon um, type arcane and web, and you just kind of like, what's so funny? I love and hate my group at the same time. So yeah, Corey, you're in this like, kind of cocoon shaped thing, but you're going down a river. You can see outside of this cocoon because above it is see through, and it's a raging storm above you, but nothing falling from the sky. It feels safe, feels warm and welcoming. Um, you can't break out, so you're kind of just going along for the ride. But you can hear voices outside. Um, the voices that you hear from outside is very familiar to you. It's Eugene's voice, and you hear flop, fuck. All right, come on, move body, move body, move body, legs, work. Shit, crawling, difficult. So that's what you hear at the current moment. So that's where you're at. So we'll go back over to May-Ighe and Iris. So as the spell was cast and the guards go out, they're all looking around. So the guards did leave their position to move more into the forest and looking around um, and trying to find where that spell came from. Even though you did put another spell over here, there might be more casters, so they're looking all over the place. So they're all looking for you. They haven't yet to find you guys. So what does May-Ighe and Iris do? So you got some close to you, Iris, and May-Ighe as well. So there is one right here and one over here. You are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 55, 60 from him, and he's about more further in. So he's probably about, see, we put the stairs here 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. She's about 80 feet from you. And it looks like she's going up the stairs because she probably heard something. 65 feet. Okay. We can hear you, David. Yeah, we can hear you. uh, okay. Well, that dice fell. All right. So their save is going to be. Let's see this beautiful number. Does a 12 pass? All right. Ooh. Ah. All right. So Irish just shatters. I feel like that's a lot of Bard's favorite spells. Totally shattered the ground around him, and he falls and ugh. That draws their attention to just see what happens. May I? What do you want to do? At this point, since she did break her stealth, you cast a spell. It kind of breaks your stealth. You still gotta cast a spell. So, does the spell have any verbal or somatic components? So, verbal and somatic. Okay. So you went and waved your hands, did any of those things which would break your stealth. It would be the same as a ranger shooting a bow or a rogue doing a sneak attack on someone, which breaks still stealth. Um, so they still looked on what happened, but then as they turn around, they can clearly see you now in the tree. So you were able to cast 3 spells without them seeing you. Um, yes. So may I to answer your question? Yes, they do now see Iris, and they do point it out once they go, "What the hell happened?" Okay. All right, go ahead and roll your attack. Um, does Stink Attack count for range though? Then yes. Let's see if you hit. 17 hits. Correct. This is not a surprise round. I guess they were surprised to see you. So what's the assassinate feature? Oh shit. Um. So I would say yeah, it will work this one time. Since after this we will go straight into initiative after they get a response. Did. I go ahead and roll yourself. Okay. All right, so we're gonna give them a chance to respond. We'll give everyone a chance to do their thing, and then we will go into initiative order. So the no. So the yellow one over here saw you do what like just murder his friend, but then just didn't see you go scurry away. So it looks through what Iris has, and he's gonna shoot a crossbow at Iris for a natural 20. You don't kill this guy's friend and get away with it. It's okay. It's not. I mean, having nice having a vacation for 5 days is great. On the first day of Christmas, the DM gave to me a cabin in the woods. So let's go. Luckily, it's not. Okay. So 18 points of damage with its crossbow. So, this thug saw like a little phantom thing kill his best friend. Kind of sees you now casting spells over there, and goes, "I'm sick of this shit." Shoots his heavy crossbow directly into your thigh. Oh, not thigh. Your side. Yeah, we'll say actually we'll say your shoulder. It's just this big giant bolt just rings into your shoulder and out the other end, just dealing massive damage. The one inside kind of sees what's going on, but then hears a thump upstairs and gonna investigate upstairs where Eugene is located. So we'll go over to Fago and Scarlet. So Fago, as you go investigate what's kind of coming to you, you see we'll have Scarlet off to the side. Obviously, you guys aren't next to the cabin. This is just how you're. You see four, what looks like two thugs and two scouts. They have yet to see you, so you can do what you want before they get a reaction. Well, that will break concentration. You, you can't just keep, unless you have like a permanent invisibility, you can't just keep doing it. I mean, you can cast invisibility, attack, run away, invisibility again, attack. piece on the line. Um, you have two of them side by side, and then 10 feet away is the other two. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you're able to see in magical darkness. Ooh. Okay, so do you want to run up to them and just go burning hands? All right, so probably to get the best bet, it would be probably here because the cone will do. Let's see, it'll be 5, 10, 15. So yeah, unless you go, yeah, 5. Correct. Yeah. So if we have you at the angle, you'll be able to get 5. You'll be able to get these 3 with your burning hands. So that means I do believe I gotta make a dexterity saving throw. All right. Oh, God loves you. Both natural ones. So yeah, this is gonna be funny. So we have Frago just run up as you know they're prepared, but they're not prepared to just see your massive. Or actually, what does your character look like? This is your character introduction as well as Burning Hands. Uh, so as they're ready to like fight something like like a boar or maybe just something other than what they see now, you just come up from the bush and straight burning hands them, stricken with fear. They don't like they just can't move and they take the full force of that 20 damage. Yeah, so burning hands will just hit everyone. So if none of them pass, so that one, as you burning hand just kills 3 of them, that one is just like what the fuck. Scarlet, what do you want to kill the last? Do you want to try to kill the last one? What do you want to do, Scarlet? Just go to the other side and go burning hands. All right, so I need to. I it failed. Burning hands. So this guy just sees three of his party members just get burnt to a crisp by this fire devil. Just like stricken with fear, like wants to run, turns around and sees a little demon in his eyes, then casts burning hands on him. Stricken with fear, he just dies and gets burnt. So by every comedic or every Team Rocket blast off again, you guys in the distance hear an explosion from behind the cabin of just the two fire burning hands meeting together and then explosion. Um, so okay, well that was great. I mean they died. All right, so we'll go back to core. It is. So we'll go to core. You're starting to, it's starting to get a little rocky for you at, but you kind of, go, all right, I got one leg, hobble, 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 and you hear Eugene just go, open window, open window, open window, as it sounds like he's, banging on a window to open. The last thing you would hear from Eugene, or the last thing you would hear outside of your cocoon is someone yelling, stop, while Eugene goes, bye, and then you kind of hear like wind going past and then a giant thud. And you hear Eugene go, ow, my back. As it sounds like he fell through the window. You are with, like, you're in a little pocket dimension. Yeah, you can sense that you're near him. But with that thud, kind of um, releases his familiar, and his familiar will go and pick where you're at and kind of just with his beak. I switched his familiar to a penguin, by the way, since the miniature has a penguin. It's your normal. It's a black and blue penguin with a silver beak. So, yeah. So, Core, as you see kind of this ginormous penguin peck at your little cocoon, um, and just the rush of fresh air kind of pops you out of it and then launches you back into the real world. Very rejuvenated and healthy. You stand up and you can see that you're in this forest outside of what looks like a building. Eugene is just on the ground trying to catch his breath as he looks at you and like attempts to smile through the pain. You can hear commotion going on in the distance, like an explosion, and you hear fighting off around the house. So I'll give you a turn. What do you want to do since you're now back into this world? Yeah, he fell out of a two-story window and landed on his back, about 5 feet. I don't know. I can't really move my body. I only got one working leg. I woke up in a bed, but I smell of lavender. I don't know why. He smells very clean and very lavendery. Oh, I thank you. I don't know why or how, but hey, I'm not complaining. All right. Um. Oh yeah. Well, they have yet to. Once they activate theirs again, it will be fine. Do you want to head to the front of the building core? Do you want to head into the forest? Where do you want to go from here as you help Eugene up? Uh, no, I feel fine. Just trying to get my body back. It seems like I was unconscious for quite some time. That my body forgot how to move a little. You heard an explosion behind you guys. So, if you're on the side of the building, behind you, explosion, and then you hear combat off in front of you to the left. All right, so we'll have you guys move into the forest then. I the last thing I remember was teleporting with May-Ighe and Iris, and that's about it. I don't know what happened to the rest. All right. um, okay. So let's see. Okay, so you guys have yet to hear it because again, 100 feet. So you guys are a little bit away from 100 feet from each other, but that's fine. So we'll go to May-Ighe and Iris. What you guys want to do? You have one thug left. Let's see. What did you? What you got? Remind me what you got again. 14. So thug. Yes, he does see you. Okay. Okay. Well, he he's like, oh, there he is. Hey, look, there's a woman. All right. Um. Look, well, I do believe that the. Let's see. What's the ruling on that? So we'll go to. We'll go to rogues. Um, what confusion was in So I would. So let's go with stealth. Cause okay. So make a dex attempt to conceal your plan. You slip past guards, slip away without being noticed. Once you come with someone without being seen or heard. Following. Yeah. So, so I wouldn't say you would get it only only because like it if you look at the stealth skill, it doesn't have anything for combat, and he's not. I don't believe 5e has flat-footed because he's not prone. He's not any of the conditions I do believe that would let you get it. That will 100% hit. Um, oh yes, that's right. I just had it. Is that with the sneak attack? Okay. Attack roll with an enemy is a target. Yeah. Well, he's dead with a 17, but I'm just. You have advantage. I'll look into this later. Well, like I looked into stealth and sneak attack, um, and that's the thing with sneak attack. It doesn't really say, like there's nothing that gives you advantage on this. So I was assuming maybe I need to look under attack or the actual advantage because stealth doesn't give you any advantage. Um, oh, that's what I should probably be looking at. That's uncanny. No, that's not uncanny dodge. Cunning action. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Cunning action. You can take a bonus action on each of your turn. This action can be used to. Okay, there we go. That's what I need. Okay, unseen attacker. That's what I need. What does unseen attacker give? Casting first reading Lord Darkness. When you attack the target, you cannot see. Okay, this is true whether you are guessing the location. If the target isn't in the location you are, when a creature cannot see you, you have advantage. Okay, there we go. So yes, if the target does not see you, so because your action works as an attack, which works as an unseen attacker target. When a creature cannot see you, you have advantage on attack rolls against it. If you are hidden, both unseen and unheard, when you make an attack, you give away your. So yeah, you do have sneak attack on your whenever they don't see you, whenever you hide. Okay, just wanted to make sure that's clear. So, no, that's fine. I don't want to spend too much time on it. I just for me wanted to go deeper into that ruling and see what it was. Okay, got it. It's always good to have those things looked up. No, it's great because a lot of times, like, I just go off of what you guys say and don't actually look into it. But then, like, the more I'll think about it, the more I'll go, oh, I should actually probably look into this to know the exact ruling on it in case I want to use it against you guys or in case I want to make a character. Yeah, and I want a more solid answer instead of going, yeah, that sounds right, sure. Uh, uh, there's there's actually no one left except for the one inside the house. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This person's gone as well. Let's just get everyone dead off the map. So you're 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There's 30 from the front door, and unfortunately, the person who was inside the house went upstairs. They're in the first bedroom, so they're probably a good 80 to 90 feet away. Bless you. Okay. Do you want to open the door? Okay. So you open the door. You'll see that the person inside is still asleep. Um, you don't. Yeah, on the bottom floor, the only person is asleep. Yeah. So yeah, two people within the cottage, just one incapacitated and one still upstairs. You can hear them upstairs. So would that be it for you? All right. So from our next two, do you guys proceed to go forward, or do you want to loot the bodies? That'd be. So you guys are a little bit away from the other group or the cabin. You can go and investigate where these guys came from if you want to. You can loot their bodies. No, you're still in the forest. You haven't yet got to this mat yet, so you're still off the mat. All right. So as you guys loot the bodies, the Chris bodies, they have studded. They have leather armor, a mace, and a heavy crossbow, and probably about 4 gold on them. So there was about 4 of them, so a total of 16 gold. Total about 16 gold. Other than that, the rest are pretty much everything else on them is burned to a crisp. All right. So you guys move along. All right. So there's nothing in your general area that is magical, but you can still cast it as you move along. All right. So then we'll go to core. Core, go ahead and make me a perception check. Sure. Yeah, actually. Yeah. Your dog is so focused on his snack. Hey. All right. Hey. Well, actually, it's funny because Eugene got natural 22, so this works, right? So as you. Oh yeah, you guys did in your. So as you guys are kind of helping and talking stay out, you both Cord and Eugene sees Iris running up the stairs and like about to go into the building. Since you did move, so yeah. So what does Cole want to do? Since you do see Iris going into the building. Yeah. All right. So what do you say? You guys all within 100 feet of each other, so you can hear each other. Probably a good about 120 feet. You're just out of the range. Okay, so we'll go to core. We'll go to core. We'll go to May-Ighe and Iris. I'm assuming May-Ighe will 15, 20, 25. We'll get behind Iris. Eventually, you core. You hear May-Ighe say your name. All right. So we can have both if Iris and May-Ighe want to move into the house. You guys both can do that at the same time. So we'll have you guys in the house, and then do you, since May-Ighe's turn will pretty much be him getting into the house and using his cunning action to dash. Um, since Iris, you still have a action to do. Do you want to do anything, or do you want to wait? Because you know the bad guy's upstairs. Let's see, if you get to 5, 10, 15, 20, say it, about 55 feet since he's still in the bedroom. So I do believe you need line of sight for that. I think you need to be able to see. Oh, forgot about that. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna go up the stairs? So you go for it, man. No, you're good. Go ahead. 10-4. All right, so you guys are just right outside. Iris is in the doorway. You can see the thug, or what looks like to be a thug, or the cloak figure, looking out the window. It sees you as you approach, and it may hide just right next to you. For Wago and Scarlett, do you guys want to just do your 60 and keep going forward? Perfect. You'll be dashing plus your no movement, which is about 90. So you guys are covering ground. So when we get back to you guys, you'll be at least on the map. Yeah, well, so yeah, it'll be, let's see, it was 120, so you guys can move 90, which will probably get you a little bit over here, and 30 over here. So that would be 30, 40, 50, 60. Yeah. So after Fuego and Scarlet says book it closer, you guys will hear on your Irene, Scarlet is reconnected. You hear him. You can see a house just outside your view. All right. So you guys will again proceed forward. So we'll go to core. What does core want? Oh, actually, sorry. Um, I skipped the bad guy. So we'll get to the bad guy as it looks at Iris. And it will go and move and towards Iris and attack Iris. As it goes and moves towards to attack you, it strips its cloak from itself. And you notice that this human is wearing plate mail with a great sword and a heavy crossbow, and goes to attack you. All right, tell me what I gotta do. Okay, so I have to damage you first. Okay. So I do believe 21 does hit you. So here is your damage. 7 points of damage. um, Alright, so then you cast Hellish Rebuke, and he failed his save. Ooh. Ooh, doggy. All right. So may I, from what you can see, is as you see, Iris gets to your door, and you just see a great sword pierce her through the stomach and out the other end, reels it back in. You can see her cast a spell, and then it's going to go for his second attack. Does a 14 hit your AC? Okay. 7 points of damage. All right. So you will see Iris drop unconscious from wounds, and you will hear a laughter in the room. So then after that, we'll go to core. So pretty much I moved bad guys until after Wago and Scarlet. So core and everyone who has an Irene can hear Iris has disconnected. I'll say you're about 30 feet from the house. Yeah, I should be fine. 10-4. I have Gus and I have my penguin companion. Nothing can go wrong. As you fall unconscious, I love Eugene's penguin companion. Ugh. Alright, so we'll have Core make it back 30 feet to the house. You can dash an additional 30 feet if you want. Okay. That'll be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that will get you inside the house, and you can hear combat up top. So on your next turn, you'll be able to make it to Iris. All right. So we'll go back to the top of May-Ighe and Iris. What is Mr. May-Ighe gonna do? I wouldn't say he's fucked just yet. There's enough room in the hallway so he can be 10 feet away. Perfect. All right. No. Correct. 17 misses. Yeah, shooting will come. So you broke your stealth. If you have a bonus action to get back into the stealth, oh, Okay. Okay. So you get on the square of Iris protecting her. So then we will go over to Fuego and Scarlett. So you guys will make your way to the backside the of the building of the water. Alright, so what do you two want to do? You're on this side of the house, and the entrance is over here. So you guys are right here on this side of the house, and the entrance is over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Probably dashing 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, so you guys will make your way on over here. And as you guys just book it past the house, book it to the front door, Scarlet, you can see Core is inside the house. And Core, you can hear footsteps running behind you, and you see Scarlet and a unknown gentleman. All right, so as you guys say that, we'll move to the big bad. So, may I? The big bad. I feel like you're always at the big bad, which is really fun. But the big bad will point its great sword at Iris and tell you to stand down, or he will kill your friend. They always have to do it the hard way. Oh, before I forget, Iris, roll me a death saving throw. I almost. Hey, you passed, so that's one good, and then on your next turn, you will roll again. So the yeah, so the big bad's gonna look at May-Ighe and and attack May-Ighe. Oh yeah, this is. Oh, you're so lucky. To be fair, I just don't want to roll and then someone go, "That looks like a 2. That looks like a." I don't want that conversation. Well, see, luckily one was a nat 20 and one was 11, so I gotta take the 11 plus its bonuses. So does a 16 hit you? Okay, so you got rid of the nat 20 with a great sword because that would hurt. So 8 points of damage, and then he will swing his second attack. Now, does the second attack have disadvantage, or is it just the first? Okay, so we'll go with that, and then we'll roll a second one. 21 is the lowest. 16 and 17 I rolled. 13. So this guy just wailing into you, well, slicing and dicing into you as it sees you getting your ass kicked. He's assuming he's kicking your ass. And
I've got 3 hit points left.
And we'll say, do you still, or is she worth it? He will say, is she worth it?
I'm not going to respond until it's my turn.
Okay. So we will go to core. So you're at the bottom of the stairs. You have enough movement to get up there and be right behind May-Ighe.
That's as much movement as I can make.
Correct, because May-Ighe is pretty much right, sharing the square of Iris right now.
Okay. She'll run up there and she'll see Iris on the ground. And she'll go, Iris, and then she'll like kneel down and take her, like hold her, and then cast Spare the Dying.
So what does that do?
You touch a living creature that has 0 hit points, the creature becomes stable. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
Yay! So you don't have to roll any more death saving throws.
Yay!
Does that put you at 0 points or 1 point?
I think essentially it just stabilizes her.
It revivifies it for 1 point, but it doesn't necessarily. Spare the Dying does not, correct?
No.
It's just, you just don't have to cast or roll any more saving throws.
Correct.
Yeah, I believe so.
It's preventing her from bleeding out and dying. Right.
Okay, that's good for me. And then,
with you this where you can.
as a bonus action, can I give her a potion?
If you did, I would say since she's so close into combat, it would provoke attack of op that the person would be able to get on her.
On who? On me?
On Iris. Because you're like at this point you're going into her square and pouring something down her throat. If she wasn't so close to the combat.
Well, she's holding on to her because she touched her.
Cool.
She picked her, like she's holding her.
Correct. So the way I see it is you're just touching her to cast a spell. Like you can touch her feet to cast it, to stabilize her. This is more, hey, come here. Let me do this full pouring down your throat so you don't choke while this guy is 5 feet in front of you.
Okay, because like I kind of want her like actually like.
Yeah, so
like,
that will make it to where she will leave her square, and then he will still get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, well then I'll hold off because it would give him attack of opportunity on Iris or on Ford.
Whoever is leaving the square.
So maybe.
Correct.
Because you would be pulling Iris out of the threat range of the person that I'm fighting.
Okay. So Leander Elliett, because I already did significant damage to him myself. So you can equalize me, so I don't need to do a death saving throw my next turn. Yeah. Okay. So that, I guess that'll be my turn, but she's gonna act as like a healing shield between her and that enemy.
So far, May-Ighe is doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is.
You can stand next to May-Ighe if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Then as a bonus action, then can I hand a potion to May-Ighe?
Yeah, I'll say that's fine.
I suggest if you have a bonus action, heal May-Ighe. Yeah. Okay. So May-Ighe, I'll give you the potion.
So on his turn, he needs to take it.
Huh?
So you can hand him the potion, but on his turn, he'll be able to take it.
Okay. For May-Ighe, when you do take it, it's a 2d4 plus 2 hit points.
Thank you.
Alright, so if that's the end of Kor's turn, we will go to May-Ighe, because it's literally May-Ighe and Iris' turn next.
So to grab the potion, what action is that?
I will say to grab it since she's in a 5-foot square, it's a free action. To drink it during combat would be a bonus action.
So you still have an action left, so you can still shoot, technically.
Or stab.
I'll take the potion.
Okay.
So I'll grab it, and then it looks at Cor and goes, "It's good to see you. Thank you." Chug it. So 2d4 plus 2. For a whopping 4.
Woot woot.
I rolled 2 ones.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
It is. And with Peter, can you tell me if I have enough movement to do what I would like to do?
Yeah, I can definitely tell you.
So what I'm thinking is move to flank, because I think Core is close enough where I could possibly do some flanking. I can't really see it from here. Is Core within 5 feet of the bad guy?
Kor is not. So you have the bad guy. So I'll kind of move you guys in a better view. So you have.
Sorry, I just couldn't see how close she was.
No, that's okay. So you have pretty much you're and Irish are in the same square, which is right here. You have Core right behind you, and then you will have the rest of the party coming up the stairs.
Okay. I think even if he hits me again. I will use my action to attack.
Okay.
And what I will do, I will look him in the eye, then quickly do a 360, take the dagger, and try to slice the back of his knee, and hopefully get him prone.
Okay, so you're gonna move behind them, right?
I'm not moving.
Oh.
I'm just in my 5-foot square, rotating 360 to try and do a cool, taking out the knees.
10-4. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Oh, that's 18.
Is that the total?
Yeah, 18 is the total.
Okay, he will take it.
18 hits?
18 hits.
Yeah! yes if it's something great, but it's only a D4 plus 5.
As you hit him, you just scream, "Yeah!"
Wow, I rolled another one on my D4. That's great. So we're looking at 6 damage.
All right. He smiles and smirks.
I spit in his eye.
That's just rude.
And say, "Go to hell."
Does that infect him with coronavirus because that's long term?
Yeah, after this, if he makes it, he's gotta be in a 2-week incubation.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, I gotta have you roll a
Then he's gotta
disease
ask
check
about
too.
unemployment and not hear anything for 3 months.
He's gonna be so excited to go back to work to see all his friends and catch corona when he goes back to work.
I'm gonna make sure I spit in your face when I see you.
I will slap that ass and call you pretty.
I'm not gonna let you. Hey kids, do the coronavirus respectfully.
Please wear your mask.
Make sure there's an adult.
Where do you work?
He works in Rise of the Resistance. So I'm gonna go to Hollywood Studios and smack.
I'll be in first order. Thank you.
This is my no square. Don't touch me there. This is my okay. Anyways, so we go with Fuego and Scarlett. It is your turn.
Alright, Scarlett, what are we doing?
Because Iris is still unconscious. You're having a nice little dream, though.
They're upstairs. Yeah.
We just go upstairs?
We just got in. We just got inside.
Oh, okay.
So we'll have to do it.
Cool.
How far is the upstairs? Like it's regular 30 feet and up upstairs?
Yeah, so 30 feet will get you exactly next to Core. Whether on the side of her or behind her.
Okay, and is she inside the room?
She's outside the room. Right now, May-Ighe is directly in the doorframe.
So that doesn't get us in the room.
No, unfortunately it does not.
If we dash, do we get inside the room?
Yes.
But then we have no action.
Correct.
Unless you have a bonus action.
I'll dash in.
Okay.
Probably want to stay outside.
I wish I was awake because I could give you bardic inspiration if I was.
Do you want to go right behind him, the knight?
Well, let me ask you this: is she still down? Like, Iris, are you still down? Like out? Like you haven't made death save throws again?
I am stable.
You're still okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna dash into the room.
Okay. What about Scarlett?
I'll do the same.
Oh, okay. So we're both gonna dash into the room.
All right. So Core, as you're, getting ready, May-Ighe, as you're ready to take this hit, you just see your two companions dash in the room, go like, "Excuse me, May-Ighe, excuse me," and they're ready to fight.
And with another.
I'm looking at Fuego like, who the fuck are you? And like, is he hostile to me and Scarlett? Who is he hostile to? I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's okay, neither do I.
Alright, so
I'm gonna turn to Scarlett and say, "Who's the bad guy here?" And she'll point out the bad guy.
so Scarlett, you're gonna point to May-Ighe, right?
No, don't point to May-Ighe. Guy. Another one is that guy.
Back in the room. That's who they're fighting.
Oh.
May-Ighe is fighting a guy.
So you're talking between you two?
No. I'm asking you who the bad guy is. And you will point to me which one the bad guy is. It's either the guy I'm fighting or me.
The guy
Or him, yeah. So not the small one.
No.
The big guy.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
Patient is important.
Alright. So the big bad will look at the two newcomers and then look at May-Ighe and go, no matter who you send, this all will end the same.
Yeah, with you dying.
As you say that, it will make its first attack on you, May-Ighe.
I know, I'm gonna die.
23.
Yeah, it is. And I'm sure I'll be unconscious.
13 damage.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
Alright, so this guy, as you say that, he's just going to turn his blade to the flat side and use it as a baseball bat and just whack you unconscious. And just go, bitch.
And I just, I hit the ground on my knees and I roll over Iris's legs.
Don't worry, I got you. You're safe.
As if like if your legs are this and this is your body, I'm like covering your feet.
To keep them warm. You know, it could be chilly
I'm
out.
still trying to protect you, but what the fuck is that?
Alright, so then it's gonna look at the two newcomers who come in, and it's gonna look at the person who's literally on fire, or has fire hair. It's gonna deem that to be the bigger threat, and attack. 18.
It is.
9 damage.
Alright, so I'm gonna use my reaction to Hellish Rebuke.
God damn it.
Yes, do it. It's amazing.
All the hellish rebukes.
I have Hellish Rebuke as well. Do it.
So does I do believe it's what, a dex or con save?
Dex.
Does a 8 pass?
It does not.
Alright, so it takes the damage.
Alright, bring it. You only have
2d10 or 3d10?
14, 3.
14? Alright.
14 damage.
It is bloodied.
Now it's bloody.
Well, again, it's you guys always get it like either a point or two off before bloody.
Okay, it's the big bad, like, evil guy. Yeah, of course it's only one.
Well, to be fair, you guys are always like 1 or 2 points off of it half HP. So whenever someone else comes in and hits it once, then it becomes bloody.
Question real quick. Does using a bonus action take away a spell slot?
You mean a reaction?
Yeah, I'm sorry, a reaction.
No, because mine didn't. My Hellish Rebuke, I can use it once per long rest. So it didn't take it off of my second level spell slot.
But does it take it off from a Warlock's? Does the Warlocks have the same ability that you do?
Question.
According to my D&D Beyond, it did not. However, it depends on.
Is Hellish Rebuke a racial thing or is it a class thing? What is it?
It's a class.
Wow.
Some of it's Rachel, so for mine is Ragelings. Tieflings will get it as a Rachel feat.
Right.
But what about
Like it's something I have to learn.
Alright, so it might take up your spell slot then.
Okay. I figure while I'm dead, I'll look it up.
Okay. Because so that's fine. So as it turned core, it is back to you.
I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Core, what are you gonna do on your turn?
Once she sees May-Ighe go down, she starts to get a little more pissed off because she's tired of seeing her friends fall down. So, well, her companions fall down.
Flashbacks.
So
Flashbacks.
she's going to slowly stand up, and she'll chant something to herself and cast Guiding Bolt.
Ooh, my.
Yes! Oh my god, destroy him!
I tell you what happens.
Oh my god, destroy him! That's what, 40-10? I got 22 to hit. Does that hit?
Oh, man. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, and then time to do damage. That's like, what, 340-10? Or 28?
They're D8s.
No, they're not D8s. They're
D12.
4d6 for guidance.
Okay.
Still,
Fuck them up.
fuck him up, bitch. I'm gonna use D&D Beyond because I don't have that many dice on me right now.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
17
Oof.
points of damage.
Fire genocide.
17 points of radiant damage to him.
So as you shoot the bolt at him, he just smiles and it looks like he's going to dodge it because he looked like he timed it. But at the last second, he realized he timed his dodge too soon and takes a full blast of guiding bolt directly into the chest and falls down. You did it!
Yay.
Yes, he is.
Someone heal me so I can heal May-Ighe. I got you.
He is no more.
After that, she goes back down and then does cure wounds.
Alright, so we can break combat. We'll break initiative here, and you guys can just heal your allies accordingly.
You get 12 points of healing. Okay, I don't want my armor class.
If we've got nobody here, we could just short rest too.
I gotta go back into the forest and grab Eugene. Yeah.
But I'm saying we could use this building like as some sort of spot to just like chill out for a minute. At minimum, take a short rest, and that way we can spell slots in case something like
Right,
attack.
but I would also like to somewhat heal May-Ighe, so that way he can take the short rest.
Is anyone gonna?
Right now he's in saving throws.
So may I go ahead and just roll one saving throw?
14.
Alright, and then you can go ahead and heal him, Iris.
I can heal him.
Yeah, we'll have him do one saving throw, and then you can go ahead and heal.
7.
Just for giggles, can I walk up with the die on him just to show you that I can spare the dying?
Yeah, if you want.
But once Iris comes to, she says, Iris, are you okay? No, but I'll be okay.
So I take the healing and just sort of slowly open my eyes. And then I see Iris is the one that did the healing. I go, hey. It's
If you can see me right now, I'm fist bumping. I am fist bumping so hard right now for AI.
my question, are we in the afterlife?
I'm just like, no, we're alive.
I'll just produce flame in my... You're in hell, motherfucker!
I don't know who he is. Ignore him. You are alive.
Thank God. And then I get up and then I give Iris a hug.
Iris will return the hug.
Yeah.
And you feel the love tonight.
I wish someone was here. I wish Ed Carr was here so he could go brown chicken wawa or brown chicken brown cow. Just for a hug. It'd just
I
be
don't
like,
know if it's
oh.
the same person, but don't introduce them to that thing.
Okay, so what after the healing, after the hugging, what are you guys going to do?
I think we sort of take our rest, and then I just look at Iris and go, I take it was Core that brought you up?
Yeah. Core saved me, and then in turn, I made sure you were okay.
You're not dead. That was my literal legal. Sort of freaked out when you went down and sort of put my body in between yours and him just to buy some time. So, glad Core showed up at the right time.
I am too. Thank you, though, for what you did. It did definitely play a part in saving me.
After what's gone on, I wasn't gonna let you go. I wasn't gonna let you die, so we're alive and that's good. And I looked to Fuego and go, who are you? Stranger that others.
Scarlett and I were running from some people that were kidnapped her. I was just trying to help her escape. So, you know. And now here we are.
I stand up, clutching onto my wounds a little bit, and I extend my hand out to shake yours.
I'll shake back.
You call me May-Ighe.
They call me Fuego.
Nice to meet you, Fuego.
Nice to meet you.
And, thank you.
Well, Scarlett apparently already knows you.
Yeah. Funny story. Last I remember, Scarlett was in Tullis.
Yeah. The kidnapping. Exactly, but I just happened to be there, and I saw a good-looking woman. These tieflings drive me a little crazy since I'm a little bit of a fire thing myself. And then I was like, hey, brown chicken, brown cow. I think I heard you say that earlier. I don't know exactly.
I looked at Iris and I go, he knows the code.
Iris is just like screaming internally after hearing that. It's just like low key gonna break down.
I'm gonna learn brown chicken, brown cow in Spanish. That's my goal next time.
And then I guess I'll hear like pupils. And then I just looked at Fuego and go, out of respect, just lost someone who used that same lot. If can refrain from saying that, we're still in a grieving.
It's not something I normally say anyway.
Okay. Thanks. Do we have time to do the rest?
We definitely do. As a feature of my particular race, I gain the ability to cast spells again from my slots after a short rest, so I'm a big fan of short rests.
Okay. I'm going to take a short rest. Iris, are you going to take one too?
Iris is gonna take a short rest.
May I will start to take the short rest. He'll sort of sit next to Iris. Just addressing the bandages and stuff. Not doing too much, but just making sure she's okay and taking care of her if she wants it. And then I'll also make sure to take care of myself.
Alrighty. Short rest. Core, what are you gonna do during this short rest?
Cora's gonna go back to go get Eugene and Gus.
As you exit the house, you see Eugene with the horses, and he's feeding them some apples.
Eugene.
Oh, hi! I'm able to move again.
She smiles warmly. She goes up to him, and you can tell that her eyes are teary.
What's wrong? Did anything happen?
I thought I was gonna lose stuff. Wait, can we go back to my turn for like 5 seconds?
Sure.
So,
Rewind.
can I want to cast Song of Rest if we're all taking short rests?
Okay.
Because beginning at, if this is what the description is, beginning at second level, you can use soothing music or oration to help revitalize your allies during your short rest. If you or any friendly creatures who can hear the performance regain hit points at the end of your short rest by spending 1 or more hit die, each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6 hit points.
Ooh.
So if you're okay spending a hit die on short rest, which we're level 3, so that would only be 1 out of 3 hit die for right now.
But you
Wait, we're level 3 now?
Yeah, we're level 3.
Oh, of course, gonna have to do some updating. Very good. She was out of commission for a little bit, so.
But you roll the d6 to let us know what we get.
Yeah. So if everyone wants that, is okay with spending the hit die. Everyone gets an extra 1d6 hit points, including myself. So everyone good with that?
Us one?
Everyone, every friendly creature.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
You can spend a hit die.
What you got?
Okay, what color do we want? Do we want Iris's personal color, blue, purple, teal, green, coffee, pink, or bubblegum? I'm always up for green. Green.
Green, that sounds good.
I guess green. Green for help. Green for help.
I like it.
Okay. I'm down with it. I'm good with it. So it is. Song of Rest.
1. That's an extra 1 that we didn't have.
Yeah.
But that's an extra 1 none of us have. So you know what? I healed us a tiny bit.
I'm going to grant another one of my d8s and give myself up. And I appreciate all the help. So I am completely healed.
Cool.
I can't do it anymore. No more short rest for me.
Okay, so this is where I have a question with Song of Rest. I just want to clarify. If I spend more than one hit die, do I get an extra d6 for every time I expend it?
Let me see.
Well, if you're using your run die.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I know, but with the Song of Rest, if I decide I want to use this, because I plan on using all of my hit die until I'm at full health again.
Right.
So according to this, extra hit points increase when you reach certain levels in this class. So 1 to 1d8 at 9th level, and to 1d8 at 13th level, and then at 15, and a 1d12 at 15th and 17th. So the generic Song of Rest, it says beginning at 2nd level, you can use soothing music or rage to help revitalize your wounded allies during a short rest. If you or any friendly creatures who can hear the performance regain hit points at the end of the short rest by spending 1 or more hit dice, each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6. The extra hit points increase when you hit levels XYZ. So technically, if he expends a second,
you can reroll.
It would be a reroll. So I could do another, as long as he agrees to expend.
Okay.
But if you may have, yours is like a D8.
A d8 plus a d6. Because that's what the Song of Rest gives. It gives an extra d6.
Your faithful DM is back.
But that's still you have to use one for her and then one for yours. So that's still 2 of your slots.
No, we gain an extra d6. I'm not expending hers.
He's not expending mine. He's expending his own.
But with your dice that you did for the roll.
I did it for myself for the first one. Like the first roll, I agreed to do my own. So I expected one of my short rest dice. I'm not expecting another one for this one. However, he is expecting one because fucking maybe not. Reload it. It says if you or the big thing is or any friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain hit points at the end of a short rest by spending 1 or more hit dice. Each of those creatures regains an extra one.
So if I'm sorry, if I used one of my hit dice,
You get 1d6.
My hit dice roll plus your hit dice roll.
Plus it
It's an extra 1d6. So yes, it would still be plus your roll.
So am I rolling the d6 or are you?
I'm rolling the d6. Whatever I roll, you add to d8.
Okay. One slot left.
It's still slightly more in your inspiration as.
Right.
In that sense.
Right.
So, yeah.
I want to make sure that I'm right, so whenever because I'm trying to keep track of my hit dice when I'm rolling. I wanted to make sure I had for what. So I do have 1 hit dice roll left in case.
So in that case, Iris, can you roll 2 more d6s for me? Because I'm planning on using all of my hit dice.
Okay. What colors do you want?
Let's go with your color, your personal color. And bubblegum is what I remember.
Alright.
Bubble, bubble, bubble gum.
You remain poor.
How many pieces do you wish?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm almost at max, but that's fine. I'm good where I am.
Okay.
And Peter,
What up, dog?
during a short rest, can I loot the fucker?
Yes, during this time, you guys can loot around.
I'm gonna loot the fucker truck.
Alright, so the main thing you find on this guard, thug, aka whatever I want to call him, Big Daddy Boss Man, you find he is wearing plate armor. He has a great sword with a heavy crossbow.
Oh, sorry, hold on. I wasn't quite ready yet. I was getting a writing utensil. Now I am ready.
All right. So he has the plate armor, a great sword, heavy crossbow, and about 15 gold pieces.
Alright. Plate armor. Great sword.
15 gold pieces.
And a heavy crossbow.
And he has several letters and maps on him.
I immediately take out the letters and maps, and I read them.
The letters just mainly consist of supply listings, what divvies out to what location, and what they are transporting. So they are transporting some of the loot they got from Greenest and transferring it to one of the nearby outposts of their next encampment close by. The letter will also say they tortured one of the nobles in Greenest to give out this information. So they knew this place was here and they were on their way here. So they knew about the house because one of the nobles told him about it, that they tortured. So pretty much what's in what you can assume that's in the wagon and what's on the horses are supplies that they stole from Greenest that are being transported from one outpost to the next.
Okay, so they were trying to do the house that we're at right now. Correct.
Yeah, they were going to. You can safely assume that they were going to use this house as a outpost for a couple of days to move to the next outpost. So this was a stopping spot for them.
Ah, got it.
Interesting.
I got it, and soon I might divulge that. Of course I will.
You also find out in one of the letters that are sealed up. I'm assuming it's just going to straight up open.
I'm going to quickly memorize the signet.
He is part of the white dragonborn, the white half dragon. His signature and his signet. It also there is one letter that does have a seal on it that looks to be unopened.
And that's the one of the white dragon.
Yes, that one has it's white ink with a white dragon head.
I'm going to check for traps.
It is fully covered in booby traps.
Oh man, I would like to disarm those booby traps.
All right. You need 9 months, and then have a child come out and disable the boobies.
How about I just use my dagger and move on?
Okay. So as you open it, it's a listing. I'm not really a listing, but it's to it pretty much reads dear or to commander, lieutenant, or a superior, any of those fancy words. Whatever I named the white half dragon. Um, we did as you instructed. We have left several cultists disguised as townsfolk in Greenest. So whenever we need to go back and raid them, or if they muster up enough forces to come at us, we will have our spies give us the advantage of the information. We have also been keeping an eye on the mayor's family, just in case an assassination threat needs to be executed. We can do so accordingly. And it just lists some of more like, we're transporting this to this safe house, to this location. We will meet back up in, where is it? Where's my maps? Because this will correlate to one of the maps you have. Nope, I don't want that. Go away.
Meet back up.
Sorry, I pulled up the wrong map. It will say we'll meet you back up in the snowy mountains of On High.
Snowy mountains of what?
On High.
High. Okay. Got it. Anything else from the letters?
Nothing else. That was the main significance. Any of the other letters just kind of will give you information of who, where, what caravans are where, who's guarding the caravans, meeting up points, how they've been doing, kind of like self-reports, and like not really a diary, but more just in the forms of letters to be sent out to different encampments. It does look like they have different encampments throughout this forest. So it looks like they are moving soon. In about 1 week, they are going to move through the mountains and what could be possibly through the mountains to where is God, I have to keep my maps up. Through the mountains into the Four Palm Way, and you can make me a history check on the Four Palm Way.
11.
11? 11 as my voice cracks.
Are you going to?
Oh, I go for it once a year, so it looks like this is about the time. So it sounds familiar, but you haven't yet put it like you're still looking for that answer.
Interesting. Okay. Alright, so here's what we got. Alright, so it appears that no matter what, they were coming to this house anyway. Apparently this was supposed to be their outhouse. So this was the stopping point to go to the next outhouse. They were coming in from out of way.
Should we vacate the area as soon as possible because they're going to realize that the next stop isn't coming?
I think we need to leave. But that's my opinion. Recognize the signet, and I hand you the letter in the envelope that has the signet of the white dragon.
Yes, because I've previously worn the signet and I have the signet ring, so I should recognize it.
Which will bring up questions to you two on why the signet is here and it's not in Tolis.
Right. Because we've only ever seen it in Tolis and the surrounding area. Because I saved people, Scarlett and I, saved May-Ighe from the cultist group that was the white dragon cult. So that makes sense. But then again, it's really weird that we encounter them outside of Tolis.
Although to be fair, both the black and the blue were discovered in those dungeons before everything went down.
Before we met you, me and Titan.
No, before shit hit the fan and Akari and Titan died, we saw the same iconography for the black dragon as well. And black, and I think I thought I saw blue, but I could be wrong.
You saw a black statue, but the blue half dragon was there.
Yeah. So. And also, as an update after looking at some of these, greenest is in some pretty deep shit. They left their personnel disguised as townsfolk. So they have people on the inside in greenest that people don't know about. That if they need to raise them again, they'll have the upper hand. And the mayor's family is currently under watch, so that if they need to plan an assassination, they have intel. And their plan is to meet back up in the snowy mountains on high in about a week to the Four Palm Way. I don't really know what that is.
Are you saying this information out loud to everyone?
Yeah.
So everyone who hears on high and the Four Palm Way can roll a history check. Oh, yep.
God damn it, I got a natural one.
They sound like good, tough names.
Second, I'm figuring things out for other things at the moment.
Okay, I think.
Because while I've said this out loud, I'm mainly looking at Iris because Fuego, I don't know you, and Scarlett is just not very quiet.
Scarlett has been Scarlett is so exhausted from her capture at Fun Spot today that she's just going to sleep.
Understandable.
Working out in the sun all day.
You know, it's exactly how I'm going to be tomorrow.
Absolutely understandable. She is okay doing that. At least in Iris.
Right.
Also, Iris doesn't. Also, Scarlett doesn't really know what's going on. She doesn't know it, but she's a little out of things right now.
Iris got an 18 on that history check.
You got a what?
18 out of 20 on the history check.
All right. So on high, we'll give it to you on both. On high is the snowy mountains above Tullus. It is translated from a different word, but the closest thing to it is the word on high.
As opposed to May-Ighe.
Right. It's actually just with a wordplay. Now the full palm way is the meeting point. It's the 4 towns that are connected to each other. Now each of these towns lead to one of the different kingdoms or paths. One leads to Tullus, one leads to Onhai, and the other leads more into the Elven kingdom. They don't discriminate against worldviews, alliances, or anything. All is welcome to the full palm, and they have their own government. So they don't care who you are, where you're from. If you start any shit, they will take care of you themselves.
Sounds like my kind of party.
A lot of the main kingdoms around want to control the full palm way, which a lot of them do have their own like small militia located in the full palm way, but the full palm way never lets their militia grow too big. If any of the factions start anything with each other, the full palm way will punish both sides. They don't care who starts it, they will punish both sides and then tax them heavily. The Full Palm Way is a very rich 4-town location because since it's in the middle of the 4 spots, trade is very high. So it's a big place, but it doesn't compare to Tullus.
Do we know how far away this is?
Full Palm Way is probably a good maybe month way. If it's just by this is going off of like caravans, soldiers, and everything. It's probably a good month's travel because you gotta go through the mountains, and depending on which way you pop out, will depending on how it goes. Because you can pop out a way through Tullus, to Tullus, and then rest in Tullus, and then exit Tullus and go to Palmway, or you can go into the village plains down below, and then go through the forest that way. So each has its own dangers, and each way has its pros and cons. Obviously, the quickest way would be teleportation, but that's not always the case that people can get.
I'm freaked out of teleportation.
Same here.
Same here. Sorry, what's magic?
So that's all the lovely.
I can do shit, but it's gonna be pretty, and that's about it.
So that's all the little information. Not much on high. You got a lot more information on Full Way Palm. I also I don't wanna.
Okay, we're gonna figure this shit out. Because Peter and I are trying to figure shit out right now. But
This is. I'll respond to it when I can. It's just a lot of looking over and reading right now, but we still. I'll
I
be.
included a picture of everything, so hopefully that helps.
Yeah. If I don't look at it or respond tonight, I mean during the whole tomorrow at work, I'm pretty sure I'll have time to look at it.
Okay. Just let me know before the next section.
Yeah. So that's all what you guys find out. Core will go out to Eugene and just talk to him as you guys, after the end of this conversation about the maps and whatnot.
Are we going to long rest? Question for everybody. Are we finally looking just for long rest, or are we just short resting?
Well, I'm all healed up and have my magic slots back, so I will leave that up to the group.
I do not. I only redeem things during long rests, not short rests.
Well, then it sounds like we should long rest then.
Do you need healing? If I long rest, I heal up to max. Anyone else need healing?
No, I don't need any more healing. My only concern is that if we stay here, Peter, do I know when the next shipment to this outpost is supposed to be from these papers?
You can assume not, probably not from a couple of days, just because they just got here. But you can put together that a check-in letter would probably be delivered at the end of the night. Sorry, not delivered, would be sent out at the end of the day
Okay.
to the next outpost, just saying, hey, we got to this outpost.
So would they already have that?
No, so they would have need to rest here, establish a base, and then once it hit nightfall, they would have just sent out a runner to the next outpost to say, hey, we made it. Here's a letter to tell you all our information. We'll be leaving here in yada 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 days to come see you.
So my only concern is someone coming here in the middle of the night after they don't receive one of these letters, trying to figure out what's going on. That's my only concern.
Well, as this building is compromised, perhaps it would be a better solution.
Right. So we leave and find an area where we do feel secure, because it seems like I'm the only one who needs to rest to regain hit points. I'd rather long rest than have someone expend a spell slot. I can expend a spell slot for you. Are you sure? Yeah, I got new spells now. Okay. As long as
Who has a second level spell too, or at least two slots.
As long as you're spending the spell slot and have some left over, I'm okay with it. I just don't want you to spend too much. She only technically used 2 spells, so, and they were first level spells. Okay, so if you're willing to do a spell, give up a spell slot for her, Iris. I mean, obviously Iris is okay with being healed. She's a little bit under halfway there. So.
Well, a nice second spell slot should help you out considerably.
Right. But she's not in the building. She's talking about Eugene right now, so.
Yeah. So.
How is Eugene vibing with me? Because, we haven't seen him.
I mean, you guys can go outside and talk to him.
Where's Core? I'm going to get on the Core. Where are you at?
She says she's outside with.
Is he okay?
Seems like it. I can walk again.
Thank God. Iris did most of the heavy lifting, but we carried Eugene over to this house and just hoped that he would be okay. So Core, here's our dilemma. sure that we are going to be staying here for the night. Main reasoning, after this group was supposed to settle in here, they were supposed to send a letter to the next outpost saying we're safe. They're not going to be getting that letter tonight. So I'm not sure if they're going to come after us. So the question is, do we stay here and risk it and leave in the morning, or do we leave now and try and find a better place?
I say we move now. Eugene is feeding some horses out here, so we have some type of transport.
Also, do you have any more spells? Because Iris is still pretty bruised and beaten up, and I think she would appreciate it.
Yeah, I can help her.
Okay. Iris, I don't know about you, but I think the move is, I think our next course is to move and find somewhere safer.
I'm very okay with that. And so, if it's best for us to move, we should move. She wants to avoid any other kind of she wants to avoid any other losses with the group.
Yeah. So, Fuego.
Yes.
If you're with us, we're about to leave.
Well, since Scarlett knows you, I am with you.
Alright. And we're leaving.
If any chaos might be able to be, created, I am more than willing to help.
I like this.
Iris is gonna like this comment, but still be like, do I trust you yet or not?
So,
You have to trust Iris. Like, she doesn't trust anyone.
Don't blame you.
It sounds like another character we know.
Yeah, right.
so, Iris, did you say that out loud, or is that your internal monologue?
That's more so her internal monologue.
Okay, cool. Because if it was an outer, I would respond, but if it's an inner, I won't respond.
It's more her internal monologue, like in the sense of like she really doesn't trust people.
Yeah.
But like obviously she trusts Core because Core accepted her from the beginning. And then she trusts May-Ighe after everything that happened. And the fact that he was willing to protect her and whatnot, so.
Well, I guess we'll just have to find out.
All right, everyone. And then so, Fuego, you see me go to my earring for some reason. You keep seeing me go to my earring and talking to someone that's not there. And goes, all right, we're going to pack up. So everyone gather your stuff and let's head over to the wagons and get out.
So I'll walk over to you, and I'll produce flame in my hand and hold it next to your ear so I can see it. Just so I can see what you have going on in here.
Can I help you?
I'm just wondering why you keep tugging on your ear.
Oh, you don't know. I can just tell you. I can just tell you. You don't have to threaten me with flame.
Oh, there was no threatening.
Oh, okay. Well, a while ago, we got these hearings that allowed us to earrings or devices to talk to one another from a close distance. And that some people are not with us anymore.
Well, that's unfortunate.
We only had enough for the original members. So unfortunately, we don't have an extra one for you. And we don't have an extra one for the other person that's also with us. But it allows us to communicate from distance.
Excellent. Well, that's going to be handy.
So, gather your things and let's go. And then I'll extend my hand to Iris to help her up. And then I get her on her feet and I start to gather my stuff.
So you guys go gather your stuff, pack up, take whatever bedding or supplies you want from the house. And as you head outside, you just see Cor and Eugene just petting the horses, getting them ready. And Eugene will be eating some blueberries while his penguin is next to his feet.
Also, I did want to do one more thing inside the house before I actually.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going to take my dagger, and then I'm going to scratch on the inside of the door, saying, using the dagger to carve on the door, blue dragonborn. How your need? Question. I'm going to take one of the other daggers from the other skeleton, and then I'm going to jab it straight into the door.
All
I'm
right.
sending a deliberate message.
I like your style.
All right, so everyone will, after that, May-Ighe will show up outside and ready to go. And then, so this is actually the first time you guys can talk to Eugene, so we'll give you guys a little bit to talk to Eugene, and then we will call it.
I'm going to approach Eugene,
Hi.
and then I just go, Eugene, thank God, and then I give him a hug.
Oh, okay. Well, hello.
Dude, we thought you were gone.
I thought I was gone too. Do you know why I smell like lavender?
Yeah, Iris gave you a bath.
He blushes and everything and goes, oh. Well, okay then.
Yeah, and also, I'm so sorry. I went through your bag just to get like rations. So I'm sorry. I only went in your bag to get 2 rations. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. You didn't eat the blueberries, did you?
Did I what?
You didn't eat the blueberries, did you?
No, but I thought about it.
Okay, good.
Why? What's the blueberries?
Oh, they give non-Arcana users diarrhea.
Oh, no, we didn't eat those.
Yeah, no, so anytime if an Arcana user, this helps restore magic capabilities. So I'm assuming I was out for quite some time by exerting all my magic. So my body's healed, I can move it, I just can't cast anything right now. So these berries help kind of restore that natural flow of arcane magic in my body.
So, you were out for 5 days.
5 days?
Yeah.
Well, that's the shortest time I've ever been knocked out because I've exceeded myself.
Good. And then I give a look to Iris, then I look at him and go, Iris really took care of me.
He will look at you, but flustered because he knows you've seen him naked. But he will say thank you, but not making full eye contact with you, because to him it's still a personal thing. But he says thank you for taking care of him and the bath and everything.
And still just the spot in the sense of, you deserve the slight pampering that you give you purely because, you've got that courage remaining friend there out of the tough situation, so it's what you can do to repay him.
I appreciate that. So it does look like I need to recharge most of my gear on me. So I'll be out of commission when it comes to magic for quite some time. These berries will help, but I need to restore all the magical equipment that I carry with me. So my penguin will be out in about.
Yeah, we were surprised. A penguin?
Yeah.
Why a penguin?
I'm from a location that snows a lot, and my penguin here is the first friend I ever made.
It's quite interesting that you made friends with the penguin. It's not a usual friendship.
I agree, but we kind of save each other, so we look after each other.
Where are you from?
Across the seas to the north.
Okay, so you're not from the snowy mountain.
No, not from on high.
Okay. Because that.
But I know about it.
We have a lot to catch you up on.
Well, I've been out for 5 days, so I'm excited to be able to talk fully with conversations.
Oh, I just realized the wagons have loot. I want to see what the loot is. Excuse me, I'm gonna go do that because I'm a selfish person.
Oh, I can tell you what they have.
Huh? You can tell us what.
Well, yeah,
I'm starting to go to them myself.
you guys
Actually,
did spend quite some time inside the house, so feeding horses don't take that long. So I looked on what they had.
Oh. Anything good?
Yeah, they have gold, supplies, riches, portraits, gems, a lot of stuff that they probably got from a town or something.
I don't feel right taking this. Part of me feels like we should go back to Greenest to give it back. But Greenest is where they got this stuff.
Well, what do we want to do? Do we want to return it to Greenest?
That's I can't make this decision. After what happened last time. I can't.
I'm already walking out there to check it out.
Okay, you'll find the same stuff I mentioned.
I can't make that decision. Core, Iris, opinions, thoughts. I can't make this decision.
What's the other part again?
Gold, gems, painting, jewelry, a lot of stuff that you would find that you would loot from a town or village.
I have a satchel and I'm literally out there just putting shit in my pocket.
I'd say looted. Just because if anything you can use the jewelry or whatnot as stat symbols to establish ourselves if we want to get into certain areas. From that perspective, because I mean, speaking as someone of high charisma, if I have the items, I can talk my way into things. So it always helps to kind of have those symbolic items. So that's my 2 cents. And where is this stuff from again?
The stuff that's in the chest in the wagons is the town of Greenest, which is the town that they just had a successful raid.
And how far is that from us?
I don't even know where we are.
That's something if we don't know where we are.
You're about 3.5 days from Greenest.
return items and gain the trust of townspeople. I have to do that.
There's one thing I do have to mention. They do have people on the outside. So people will be aware that the loot that they just took from Greenest has been returned. The cult has people dressed as townsfolk inside of Greenest.
But here's the thing, as long as we rest, and I mean I still have spell slots available. I'm not saying I don't. I just don't have all of them available to me. We can at least identify a friendly person or humanoid or whatever within the town of Greenest. Give the items to them, say a Robin Hood type of character, who would then disseminate the items and take, as Tina was the blame on us, and then we could protect said person. Yeah. It's just one path that we could go down. If anyone has a better suggestion, I am all ears. I am open to any suggestions. That's just the plan. That's just the idea I've come up with. I like your plan.
I trust everything that you're saying, Iris. I say we go. That's where my vote is.
Okay. So let's gather all the support funds and everything that we've seen. And then head towards Greenest. Maybe we can long rest along the way, but since it is going to be about 3 days, 3.5 days, we can definitely long rest along the way. Regain all of our spell slots or whatever we need from, a player standpoint. Regain our health, whatever. So I mean, and then turn in what we found to a local who we trust, or someone that we find that we can trust. Whether it's we trust through intimidation, whether we trust them through my own being, whatnot. Yeah. So.
All right. I don't know. So our group will venture to Greenest, which is we have day travel. Stay tuned because we are going to call it then. So unfortunately, due to about 4 of us who do work for Disney and we're going back to work, we may have to do this as a bi-weekly thing. So tune in every other Tuesday, or we can do it on Saturday every week or every other week. If we do it on Saturdays, it will be 5 to 10. We'll do 5 hours. Or we may take a break.
You know we're going to be working on Saturday.
Yeah, or we may be taking a break until
5 on Saturday, so as long as we start at 6, I'm totally okay with Saturdays.
Yeah.
I have no seniority, so I'm not going to be available.
So we'll plus Saturday is 4th of July. So we'll announce it again. Actually, Travis, take it away in a little bit. So if this video gets enough likes and support, we'll make a Facebook page dedicated to just information about us and when we're going to play. So look forward to that. So come and we'll have May-Ighe take it away with our closing statements.
Hey everybody, so make sure that you like and subscribe. Make sure that you subscribe to the Final Elbow X. Make sure you subscribe to that Twitch. And just so that everybody knows, the Anti-Club is coming for you.
All right.
That's not our group name. That's one I'm Anti-Club, like Antifa, Anti-Club, Anti-Claw. I know we're working on the name, guys.
You have to bring in Antifa into this.
On that note,
We should just go ahead and stop recording now.
on that note, we will.
Because that's definitely not where I'm coming from.
So on that note, we will say goodbye. Have a good night, and we can't wait to record and see you all soon. Goodbye.